Hi everyone, my name is Niklas, a 24-year-old recent graduate from the University of Münster in Germany. And in the next 5 minutes, I would like to tell you why I'm a social innovator. And therefore, I'm going to divide this video into 3 consecutive parts. First, talking a little bit about myself, then talking about my experience, including my failure and successes, actually on a real example where I was founding a non-profit startup myself. And last but not least, talking about the grand challenge I would like to tackle in the future. So let's get started. I would consider myself as a very outgoing and community person. And I really love sports, including a lot of action, like motocross, snowboarding, or surfing. And I highly evaluate spending time with my friends and family. This is probably the most important thing for me. But on a more professional point of view, I'm very passionate about conceptualizing and execution of strategy and concepts myself, like get in front of an empty paper, get creative, and actually execute it. I first got in contact with this in the age of 16 because my family runs a tile business in New Jersey, USA. And they asked me to do the concept and design of a showroom kitchen and actually do the execution, tile it myself. And I deeply enjoyed the whole process of conceptualizing and execution, but this was in the field of construction. During my bachelor studies, I put more of a business approach to this, when me and my best friend founded Münster Invest, a non-profit startup in the field of finance in Münster, which actually leads me to my next step, the experience and starting with my biggest failure. I remember it pretty good. I wanted to boost our credibility with reputable sponsors in a very early stage of founding. By that time, we haven't even finished the concept of Münster Invest, and I was already looking for sponsors. I wasted a lot of time reaching out to sponsors because I got a lot of rejection and I actually lost track of priorities. So this was a reason we had to rearrange the opening date of Münster Invest to the next semester. And actually, by doing so, we lost 6 months where we could have generated so much impact for the fellow students, and this was such a shame. But actually, fun fact, later on, this mistake turned out to be one of my biggest successes, because the lack of sponsoring we had, I used it in a marketing campaign. I was in charge of the marketing and the recruiting, so I highlighted the fact that we are looking for sponsors and highlighted the fact that upcoming members could gain so much experience in sales and acquisition of sponsors and partners and actually use it to create their own network in this field of business. This turned out actually pretty good because we had so many applications for Münster Invest, and actually most of them requested to be part of the network department doing sales and acquisition. So this just turned out pretty well. And the whole concept of Münster Invest, the whole founding, I deeply enjoyed it the whole time. And this brings me actually to my last part, the grand challenge I would like to tackle in the future. Since I dedicated a big part of my past in doing social engagement and actually generating impact through the foundation of my own social enterprise, I want to dedicate my career to all those who are facing similar problems as I did. Since I experienced how tough it can be to found a social enterprise, I noticed considerable need in founding experience or, for example, the right marketing strategy. So my goal is, I pursue the goal of sharing my knowledge and my experience in the future in form of launching accelerator programs and thereby creating a platform, a network for all of those who face similar problems. And in the long run, I don't only want it to be limited to social enterprises, but to all founders out there who are facing similar problems. And by doing so, generating as much impact in today's world as possible. And I believe the master program at Nova is the best place for me to realize my vision in the future. And therefore, I would be very honored and very happy to be considered for admission at the master program Impact Entrepreneurship and Innovation at Nova. Thank you.